So Definity has confirmed it yet again. And of course, I'm talking about the news regarding the supermarket in Switzerland that I talked about not too long ago, even though nothing I say is financial advice, but they basically reconfirmed that officially, basically. Because let's take a look at a recent post that Definity posted. They say how when it comes to 1.4 million customers and in over 137 Swiss supermarkets, they say how now ICP is accepted. So basically, individuals can use ICP to get groceries, which is pretty cool, in a supermarket called Spar in Switzerland. But yeah, that's just, I think, pretty cool at the end of the day because a lot of people thought that, previous updates that I talked about regarding this was kind of a joke, but we heard it from Definity themselves. They made a post about it, right? A lot of people were posting about it, and a lot of people were kind of unsure. Is it true? Is it not? What happened when it comes to that? But then now we've heard Definity, officially basically talk about this in a more kind of formal way when compared to before. So I do like seeing this right here. Furthermore, when I take a look at Spar, again, it's a alleged very popular supermarket chain in Switzerland. So I think it is pretty cool right here. I mean, sure, is this really such a groundbreaking thing in the grand scheme of things? Probably not really, but at the same time, it is, I think, pretty cool for ICP nonetheless. And in terms of its adoption, now granted though, ICP is below $2.50, but I'm saying still, if anything, I think this kind of increases, right, the use case when it comes to ICP. Of course, I made a video on this before talking about the details, but this is a video talking about the reconfirmation of those details and what I think about it. If ICP was like not doing good whatsoever and Definity randomly gave up, then okay, it's a pretty alarming thing, but I just haven't seen that. Now, people like to tell me, why do I still believe in this space? Here's the thing. The reason why I still believe in ICP and also other projects too is because I treat this like a long-term thing. Now, if I needed this to do something in a week or 2 weeks or I'm cooked or whatever, I would not be in this space. I literally wouldn't because that's just not the mindset that I operate in. Like, for instance, if I'm like dollar cost averaging and I feel like, oh, I'm going to do this right now, so then in a week or 2 weeks it's going to do this because I need it in a week or 2 weeks. If that is my mindset, I would not believe in this space at all. Literally, I would not. The way I take a look at this space is when I'm dollar cost averaging, I'm comfortable doing that because I'm only doing it, first of all, once a month. And what I'm putting in that is what I don't mind waiting for years down the line, if need be. And the keyword is if, right? But if I'm not willing to do that, I probably shouldn't be in this space. That's the way to take a look at it. But because my mindset isn't in a couple weeks, in a couple months, because it isn't that, I don't mind being in this space. Now, if I didn't have a long-term mindset, I just wouldn't be in this space. That's the way to take a look at it because market downturns, they could last for quite a while. I don't know how long it's going to last. I mean, the market doesn't ask me, it doesn't ask for my input as to how long it should last. If it was asking me that, if it was, getting my input, then I wouldn't say, hey, you know what, have a downturn like that. No, I wouldn't do that. Of course, I'd like to see the market do good, but I can't control this. Like this space overall allegedly has over 600 million owners, like again, collectively in this space overall. I'm just one person. I can't do anything when it comes to this. And again, if my mindset wasn't a long-term mindset, I wouldn't be believing in this space. That's just simply the case, right? But because I have more of a long-term approach, then I don't mind. That way I'm not like, you know, obsessed over what happens every 5, 10 minutes. That's not my style because my intent wasn't to do that to begin with. So, yes, a lot of people have left, but the way you take a look at it, I still want to believe right now because I have, again, more of a long-term mindset. Who knows what can happen? But one thing I do know, though, is that, again, we're below $2.50, which means that we're over 4 times lower than $10, which we did see $10 last year. But I'm saying this is just the way you take a look at it. So if ICP could maybe go back to that, then I'll be, going to Sizzler, but if not, I'll still be waiting. That's kind of the way you take a look at it. However, people also like to tell me that, oh, ICP being low, they like to say it's not a good thing. But this is kind of the mindset that I have. Some of my friends out there are happy dollar cost averaging into the S&P 500 at a lower point, and some others out there are happy dollar cost averaging into gold at a lower point, right? To each their own. But if they like it because there's a quote unquote pullback and a quote unquote dip, so to speak. That same principle applies to me here because the reason why some of my friends out there are happy dollar cost averaging or like, let's say accumulating at a low point for something that they're a fan of is because they're a fan of that. They actually like the fundamentals when it comes to that, right? So I take that same principle here. My friends may not like ICP, but I can't control anyone. I can only control myself. And if I like ICP and for them, like a pullback is considered a good thing for them to accumulate, I just kind of take that same principle sometimes and I apply it to the things that I actually like. And in this case, I mean, when it comes to ICP, I still like it. So if it's quote unquote low, I have no reason to complain about dollar cost averaging because that's just my mindset, right? Why would I only like it after it's already done its thing? But again, it may take quite a while. I don't know how long it's going to take, and things may never happen. Who knows? I mean, I don't have like a magic crystal ball to know this or know that. No, I don't have those capabilities. There's no way. But to me, what I'm doing is just if I like the fundamentals, if I still like what they're doing, like for instance, what I saw with Caffeine AI, what I saw with the Air Computer having an aspect of decentralized AI. Also on top of that, I take a look at again this recent integration, I suppose, when it comes to ICP and you know, I guess the SPAR supermarket through something called DFX. I just still like what I'm seeing. The charts are not doing the best, but a lot of other projects are also not doing good. But again, I just treat it like a routine. That's the way you take a look at it. I just do it once a month and I wait. And I may have to wait years. I don't know exactly how long I'm going to have to wait, but I'm comfortable waiting. I have no like concern about, oh, it needs to happen like this way or that way in a couple weeks, in a couple months. That's not my mindset. If that was, again, I simply wouldn't be in this space, but I am voluntarily choosing to do so because I still like the fundamentals and I have more of a long term approach. That's it. But this is just my outlook, right? I'm not telling anyone to do anything, but as of right now, I'm just still patiently, waiting. That's it. Can't really do much beyond that actually, other than, of course, looking at the news, looking at updates. But that stuff I would originally do anyways. So it's not like by me holding it, it requires all this extra effort. That's not, you know, the case in my opinion. Like I would have already looked at the news and the updates anyways. Historically in the past, the market has done its thing without me. It's like for instance, did Bitcoin do its thing 10 years ago? Yeah, but was I holding though? No, I wasn't. I know. That's just the way to take a look at it. And it did its thing without me. However, of course, I can't go back in time. There's no way I could do that. So I'm just focusing on the right now. But I feel like this space is going to do its thing with or without me. Sometimes I like to be part of the roller coaster, even though I don't have to, but sometimes I like to be part of it voluntarily. And still waiting as of right now. However, I just wanted to make this updated video when it comes to ICP because I thought it was pretty cool how Dfinity basically reconfirmed that news regarding the Spar supermarket in Switzerland. So yeah, I just thought that was pretty cool, and naturally, of course, I wanted to make a video on it. But yeah, besides that point though, hopefully I'll see you all in the next one, and I want to say thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain. I'm out. Peace. Bye.